Hey, what's going on, y'all? John Koloski here. Let's go for another walk today. Uh, you know, I kind of ranted. I semi ranted about this in a previous video, but I kind of wanted to dedicate a whole discussion, a whole walk to this. Um, I, as someone living in America, it is so unbelievably ridiculous how advertised to we are. Like there really isn't anywhere there's nowhere really that you can go where you're safe from this shit, dude. Like it doesn't matter if you're chilling at home uh and just watching TV, you're you unless you have ad block on everything, like more than likely you're going to be advertised to. You could be stuck in like 50-minute traffic and lo and behold there's advertisement everywhere because they're giant fucking billboards just that you just kind of stare at while you're sitting there trying not to like, crash out sitting in the middle of traffic. Uh, so nowhere you can go are you safe from this, man. It really is crazy. And you know what? You know what's the worst part about advertisements to me? And this might be because I wouldn't now, in the grand scheme of things, I would say I'm on the younger side. I know 31 to a lot of people is the washed territory, unk territory. I mean, I kind of built this whole channel around me being an uncle, whatever. Um, but I feel like because I'm on the younger side slash in the, I would say like, since I'm in that, younger age of the workforce, I feel like a lot of advertisements do try to target you because you're the one with the money right now. You're not the one with like the big money, but I have we'll touch on that a little later. But I feel like anyone else. I think what really pisses me off about a lot of this shit, a lot of these ads, is that they're just so fucking cringe. Like they're super cringy because there's like it's like commercial humor. Like commercial humor has got to be one of the worst things ever next to like corporate work humor. Honestly, they're almost like the same, but like for example, I forgot which phone carrier it is. But there's like this AI commercial where like this dude's like using AI to scan his girlfriend's makeup rack, and he's like, "Oh, insert generic OpenAI here. Which one's the mascara or something like that, right?" And it tells him which one it is, and he grabs it, and he's like, "Yes, boyfriend of the year." And like, it's supposed to be funny, but it just makes you wince and cringe and like just want to suffocate this person. You're like, God, I need some sort of outlet for how just awful this is. And honestly, bonus points for cringe if there's a celebrity or a sports player in it. It like just for whatever reason it just ups the ante of just like how fucking cringe it is. Like it's just it's just an awful experience for like everyone. And like segueing into sports, right? Like I'm a big sports guy, right? Always have been. Like I love soccer. I love hockey. I love football. I love baseball. Basketball, and I would say probably besides soccer because there's only like once the game starts, it's 45 minutes, a halftime break, another 45 minutes, and you're done. Right? It's part of why I love soccer too. It's like straight to the point. But anyway, things like sports like football, American football. I don't want anyone giving me shit on that. American football, hockey, basketball, and baseball, they all have so many, like, there's so many stoppages in it. And these companies, these broadcast companies, just take advantage of it and just throw as much ads as possible to you in that short span. And even during the game, they'll have if there's like even a little bit of downtime, they're like, all right, do the picture in picture where you you take the game, you minimize it, and then have an ad overlaid over it. So like you're not even safe during the actual game. You're not even safe during the actual play from these advertisements. And I think with sports, what really, really fucks me up with these ads are they're almost all gambling ads, almost all sports betting. And like, like I like for me, like I don't like gambling. Like I'm super cheap. Like I'm not trying to gamble my money away. I'm like a parlay or whatever. But like people are so hooked on this shit. And I think what's even worse, right? Like as much as I watch sports now, like the era of me, like the time frame that I watched the most sports was when I was in middle school, high school, like when I was a kid. So like you have these kids watching sports because they love it. A lot of kids love sports. And this whole time they're watching it and they're seeing these gambling ads. And like it's like like kids used to count down the days to being 18 so they can have freedom and go to college or basically start their adulthood basically, right? But like now you have kids that can't wait to be 18 so they could start sports betting. You know what I mean? Like, because they've just been conditioned after seeing all these commercials for years and like they make it so presentable and cool. Like this is not right. Like this is not normal. This shit should be illegal, man. Like this shit is so fucked. Like I just, it's a genuine problem that needs to be addressed. And this is a perfect segue for this, right? It's not a coincidence that a lot of advertisements are it seems like they're specifically targeted towards middle to lower class people. You know what I mean? Like take car commercials, right? Every time you see a car commercial, it's probably for like a mid-range, mid to budget range car. Well, I mean all cars are expensive now, but you know what I mean, right? Your Kias, your Hyundais, your Toyotas, your Nissans, your all the American car brands that people get, like GMC, Ford, all that stuff, right? But you know what you'll never see, and this is not a coincidence, you'll never see like an Aston Martin commercial. You know what I'm saying? Like you won't see like a McLaren car commercial because like the people who can afford that shit, like they don't need to be advertised to because those people have so much money that they're going to get those things. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't need to be convinced to get those things because they have the money. They already know that they're probably going to get one, right? And especially with like these car commercials, you'll see a lot of like, 0% APR, blah blah blah. Like they'll specifically emphasize, whether it's true or not, the savings aspect of the deal that they're trying to give you, of their that they're advertising. So like this is what gets a lot of people through the door. You know what I'm saying? Because cars are such a necessity, especially here in America. I mean, our good God, our country is so car centric. Like unless you're living in a city that has really good, transportation infrastructure, like New York City, I would argue Boston as well. Especially since I grew up and live around both. Like I can tell, like public transportation's pretty fucking nice. Like in Manhattan and Boston, like you can use the metro to get pretty much anywhere and then just walk a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But like most of the ads are targeted towards middle class people because these are the people that are actually watching TV as well. You know what I'm saying? I think that's also super fucked. Like goddamn. And what sucks? What really, really sucks is that like because streaming subscriptions, which this is, I've already spoken enough about streaming subs, but I mean this is why like as soon as there was a mass exodus away from cable television because of just how much more convenient it was to watch on streaming subs. It was cheaper and it was more convenient because you could just plop it onto your phone, yada yada, right? Then these motherfuckers on the streaming subs introduced ad tiered, specific tiers for their subscriptions that come with advertisement. And people are in such a tough economic situation, a lot of us, it's people will say start getting rid of shit, but like, there's a certain point where you're just like, well, goddamn, man, I need something, right? So you'll get like the cheapest option for like a Netflix or HBO Max, and those now come with advertisements. So you can't even get away from. So like the running away from advertisements portion of people switching over from cable to streaming, that's gone now. If you're struggling financially, that's gone because you're just gonna end up you're gonna end up getting the ad tier because you just can't afford the premium ones that don't come with ads anymore because it's just financially not viable. And like, this is so goddamn disgusting, dude. It's so disgusting. And maybe it's because like I grew up with a bunch of technology and like I've always hated advertisements and all this, but like, have you ever noticed that like older people will actually, like my parents and some of my friends' parents, like when we're watching something on TV, like they actually watch the ads. Like usually when we go to an ad break, like I'll just pull out my phone or, walk away and go do something else, grab a drink, yada yada. But like my parents and like the older people that I've seen actually watch these, and I'm like, I cannot believe that you actually sit here and you watch these. Even worse when it gets like, listen. Back in the day, the Chris Paul, like, when they first started coming out, the Chris Paul State Farm ad, like, it got a chuckle out of me, right? But, like, there's just so much cringy bullshit that, like, I actually get a chuckle out of my parents. And I'm like, you guys need higher standards of comedy, dude. Like, treat yourselves better, man, And while, I guess last point here, wrap this up, while the gambling commercials during sports are like super disgusting to me, what I really find disgusting are all the pharmaceutical ads that we get here. Like when I found out that like there's a lot of other countries where it's like you don't get pharmaceutical ads. Like they're just not allowed. And like I feel like the commercials I see the most are car commercials. Insurance, good God. I mean, talk about a fucking scam. Let's not get into that. That's a whole other video. Insurance commercials and pharmaceutical ads. Like there's just all these pharmaceutical companies pushing out just so much advertisement. And it's kind of gross, man, especially when a commercial is really trying to tug at the heartstring. It's so transparently emotionally manipulative. Like, it's actually disgusting. It's actually super fucking gross, dude. Because you just know that, like, some dickhead in a boardroom was just like, this will get him. We just got to tug at their heartstrings a little bit, and then the money will follow. You know what I mean? Because health insurance is super expensive. And, like, if you could get a product that can help you out in... one, your condition, and two, to pay less for, doctor's visits, treatments, yada, yada. Like, you're going to want to take it. And again, it goes back to the targeting of the middle and lower class. Like, it's just nasty work, dude. It's fucking disgusting. And like, ads are just like the perfect encapsulation of how overly commercialized and just honestly straight up disgusting the United States can be. Like, it's just so corporate and greedy and just so yucky. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so fucked, man. And like, this is why I use ad blockers on almost everything I watch. I use ad blockers, and if there's any time where I actually am watching something that, like a sports game, where like I can't avoid the ads, I get my ass up I get my ass up and I walk away or I turn down the volume because I can't deal with them. I fucking hate them, and we need to do something about this. Especially here in the United States, like this is fucked. It's so messed up over here when it comes to ads, man. Yeah, I could ramble on about this for like another 12 hours, so I'm just gonna stop it here before I blow my fucking voice out. Let me know what you guys think. Like and subscribe if you liked what you heard, and hopefully you'll join me on our next hike. Thank you guys for listening. Bye.